So greetings, this is Eduardo Jumbo, and what time is it now? It's about 10 minutes past 8 o'clock. I had some issues. I actually wanted to start at 8 o'clock, even though I said 8:30. I just wanted to get started early, and the workstation actually crashed twice. So so that actually leads in perfectly into today's today's talk. So although if you remember the last evening live stream we did, which was about the NVIDIA Tesla M40, a new contender has actually come up. So if you haven't watched that one, it's almost 2 hours long, but I'll just summarize it for you. So I originally wanted to discuss that particular GPU and whether it's worth it for what I want to use it for, which is Blender and some training of AI. So it turns out that it is possible to use that GPU. However, not because it's old, it's simply that in order to get like cooling for it or the brackets, it's going to cost more. So for my particular needs, getting something like RTX 3060 is actually probably the way to go, even though it only has 12 gigs of VRAM. However, when I was ready to move on to the next step, I'd already decided I was going to get it, so I was actually looking at the prices, and another card actually came up, which was actually one I was hoping to use, and the one that came up is this one, the AMD Instinct MI60. So this one is actually pretty good for my use cases. One of the reasons it's very hard to find any reviews is because a lot of the reviews, they're usually for gaming and they're on Windows, and then this one will actually work very well, because what I found out when I did research actually just today is that this AMD Instinct card, it's actually, first of all, it's still supported, and you can repurpose some of the parts from the MI50, which is another variant of this. I think that one just has less VRAM. So and you can use this one, so that would be actually perfect. And another thing I found out as well, which nobody really talks about, is that if I upgrade my system, even though my system has a integrated GPU, I haven't used that one for a while as well. The newer CPUs, they come with integrated graphics, and that one is actually pretty good for my use cases, general use cases, meaning like web browsing, creating a little bit of content and everything. And then for the grunt stuff, that can all be passed to a GPU such as this one. So I was thinking that is actually working out extremely. That would actually work for my use cases. And because AMD has open source drivers, so that will obviously, I wouldn't have to worry about crashes all the time, because the drivers are actually right in the kernel. So meaning that if I even get like I can get like a small form factor device and have this just maybe on my workstation or a dedicated just separate part, that will work as well. Now some people say, oh, the bandwidth, whatever. That is not a problem for me, because I said I can wait. I mean, look, I have right now I have an NVIDIA GTX 950. I'm gonna wait anyway, so I'm used to that, so that's not a problem. So I'm gonna review this. If any of you guys watching do have or know any result for the AMD Instinct MI60, let me know. The other thing is, last time we had a very helpful viewer who has actually run this, including AI and Linux and everything. So it was very helpful to help me decide to get the RTX 3060. So right now as I'm recording this, the NVIDIA RTX 3060 is still at the top of my, I guess it's the top of the list right now. So right now there's literally only one card. So I said this one could be, this could disrupt that. However, I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm not going to spend too much time on the GPU side. I said it's basically I'll get that one, or I might get something that comes up before or after. So right now, this might be a what do you call it, a dark horse. However, more importantly as well is I need to decide on the system. So I think at the end of this live stream, I would have decided on the system to upgrade the one I have, and you guys can let me know if that will work. I think it will work fine. Okay, so let's get started. Let's look at the specifications of this AMD Instinct MI60 GPU. So it's based on the Vega 20 GPU architecture. The process node, it uses 7 nanometers by TSMC. It has 64 compute units. The stream processors is 4096. The base clock is 1200 megahertz, and the boost clock is 1800 megahertz. Obviously, it comes with 32 gigs of, I believe this came out in 2018, so it could be a GDDR5 or 4. I will double check on that. I think it should be 5, but I'm not sure. We'll confirm that. And the memory bus is 4096 bit. Memory bandwidth is 1.02 TB. I think that's terabits per second. And it has the FP32 performance, which is clocked in at 14.75 teraflops, and the FP16 performance is at 29.49 teraflops, and the FP64 performance is 7.373 teraflops. Now the TDP, it's 300 watts. Cooling is passive, and the power connectors are one 6-pin and one 8-pin. And then it has the PCIe interface, which is a 4.0 times 16. The form factor, it's a dual slot, so full length 10.5 inches by 4.4 inches. So obviously I prefer using a bigger case because I can put more peripherals. For example, right now in my current case I have 2 DVD rewritables. I have 1 mechanical disk. I have 3 SSDs, all SATA. And yeah, so I just like putting that. Now the thing is, with my current system, the SSDs were enterprise level, so that's why they lasted. I actually bought them used. That's why they lasted so long. So I don't mind using consumer grade stuff. So I'll show you what I've decided to get in here. Okay, so the outputs, obviously, for this GPU, they are none. Okay, so you require a separate GPU, display GPU. That's why I said I'm going to use the what do you call it? I'm going to use the integrated graphics on the new system. I could also use my current GPU for just to boot up and things. So that's why I said, like, I need to have a big enough case, that because I might have the, I might have this guy who's going to take up 2 slots, and then my current GPU as well. Okay, so the power consumption, as we talked before, or the TDP, stands for thermal design power. It was 300 watts. So meaning that it's gonna there's gonna be a bunch of heat it generates, so it must be dissipated by the cooling system. So this high TDP suggests that the GPU is designed for intensive computation tasks such as AI model training and high resolution rendering. Now, this doesn't mean that every single day I'll be rendering some really complex a Blender scene. That is not going to be true. Or I'm going to be training AI every single day. Again, that's not going to be true. I'll probably be training AI maybe twice a week. Tops maybe 3 times. Now it's depending how that works. So what I will do is I will obviously have the my current system. I come up with an idea, and then I will test it out, and then if I'm happy with it, then I will train it. And then related to that as well is I'll probably use that to show you guys how everything is going as well. So that's what I mean. So it's not going to be like it's going to be 24 hours a day running. So that's why I'm not too worried about the power usage or and plus you have to remember my system is 11 years old. I would not be surprised to find out that my current system, with the way it's set up, it probably is going to use more power than this GPU. I would not be surprised at all for that. So the thing that I'm really excited about is that it's 32 gigs of HBM2 GPU, and so now I also did some research for the costs here. So if you guys remember my budget from the last video, so I have upped the budget a bit because I wanted to get a system that I could upgrade if the price of GPUs ever come down, right? So here we go. So I've decided to get the AMD Ryzen 5 5600G. It's a 6-core. I could have gotten the Intel equivalent-ish, but that one was just like, I think it's like $10 cheaper or something like that. So from performance, even though they're both 6-core, 12 threads, I'll get this one. This will be better. The motherboard, I think this is the part where Intel, because Intel has been around for longer, so most motherboard manufacturers support Intel, so I could have saved money there if I went to Intel way. But this is fine. I can get I think there's a 60 or this B550 with 4G decoding support. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned with is that I don't know. I'll find out if this comes with Wi-Fi. If it doesn't, that's fine. I do have a Wi-Fi card, but I would like not to use it. So that way, just what's what I'm looking for. It's I mean, it's not a big deal. I can use my current Wi-Fi card. I'll be okay with that. Okay, so and then I'll get 16 gigs of DDR4, 3200 megahertz. So that's 2 sticks of 8 gigs. Now this is something that I can upgrade. It's the same thing. Like when I got my current workstation, it came with I got it with 4 times 2. So I had 8 gigs, and then later on, about 4 or so years later, then I got another two 4 gigs. So then right now I do have 16. So I know modern systems can obviously go. You can have oogles of RAM. So I don't really need that much, but yeah. So probably the first thing I'll upgrade will probably be the RAM, even before the GPU. I'll get another GPU if it gets down there. So the power supply, I'll get 750 watts. Mostly for that will be for obviously the GPU, and it will let me, if I need to upgrade to another GPU, for example, if they actually ever get down in price, then it'll be more than enough. I'll be okay with that. The case, I would like to get a full tower, or mid tower is fine. I still think cases are ridiculously overpriced, but that's fine. I don't care about RGB, things like that. That's perfectly okay with me. And then obviously, because it's what do you call it? We will need some power adapter cables for the GPU, so I probably need to spend about $40. By the way, if you see this price here, this is I think way too high. This includes obviously some cooling with it. I didn't separate the cooling because I'm not at this point right now. I don't have the. I mean, I have the space, but I don't have the. I don't have the time and the space to put this together, because I said I am getting to a point where I need this working ASAP. So I just get it to work. And then obviously my current system with the NVIDIA GTX 950, I probably won't need this. I believe if my research was correct, if you get the G version, that means that it comes with an integrated graphics card. I believe that's what the G stands for. So yeah, so I might not need this anymore. And plus, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't know. I haven't looked at the performance, but there we go. So there we go. So the cost, as you can see, is going to be roughly around 1,200 Canadian. As I said, I'll probably save some money by I could save some money by buying some of this stuff. For example, I'll look for bundle deals. Like what I mean by that is, you know, this if I get the GPU with the adapters and the cooling system, I will pay maybe, say, if I offer the dealer or whoever the seller, say $500, whatever. I saw them today. They were going for, I think from the States they're actually cheaper, so I can probably but it won't be that much cheaper because then I have to pay duties and stuff. So probably about, this price is probably accurate, but I said we'll check later today. Okay, now I have some screenshots here. So obviously one of the things I'll need is some type of a cooling, you know, like this is for water block, the black bit. So it's actually made for the 150 version, MI50 version, but it can be adapted for the MI60. So this is what I was trying to say. Like, I don't want this type of stuff. No, I'm not making fun of criticizing this. I'm just saying that I just want plug and play. The reason for that, I said, is I don't really have time to I don't really have time because number one is I'm right now, as I talk to you, lumber got delivered and I'm building the shed. I'm building my I call it the emergency shed. So I've already started, and next week on Tuesday or Wednesday I'm picking up baby chicks. So that's another reason why I said, like, if I order this, I just want it, plug, good to go. It basically replaces this one here, and this one I'll have to probably take it to the dump unless people want some parts. We need to give it away. So there's another one, you can get a clip-on fan shroud for the GPU, so it'll look like this. This looks like it's 3D printed. So obviously, I said it before, I don't have a 3D printer yet, so I'll probably just buy one and I'll be okay with that as well. And this is a close-up of the GPU card. I don't think I'm going to modify it. I'll just leave it as is. Another option is to use a server style blower fan, and you can adapt it for cooling as well. So that's another option. That's why I said that's the reason I want to get a large case. So because I'll be able to, you know, maybe in the future you guys can see I'll be able to do things like this where I tweak it for the GPU. Okay, as you can see, this is actually live. So if I click here, you can see I'll be able to do things like this. There we go. So it's live. All right. Now that said, let's see, what do we talk about here? Okay, so I'll leave it here because this is what we're going to actually take a look at. So I want to. So basically, the sources were from Tech Power Up. I believe this is the page here. Yes, Tech Power Up. So as you can see here, it's the memory type. I don't know what HB. I don't even know what that means. What is HBM2? High bandwidth memory. So how does that compare to? Okay, it stands for high bandwidth memory. Okay, here we go. GDR is a high bandwidth that is used on some high-end graphic cards. Okay, so there we go. So it's a high bandwidth memory. Differs from the GDDR5, X, R6, and R6X. Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. So that's pretty good. And as I said, I've already gone through all of this. And yeah. So here we go. Oh, relative performance. Thank goodness this is here. So as you can see here, the NVIDIA RTX 3060, that's the 12 gig version. That one is, when they say this is what I'm saying, the problem with this type of tests, right? They're based on gaming, right? So they'll tell you, oh, this is much better. You see the RTX 2070 Super, the 1080 Ti, the Intel Arc A770. This one I'll probably get as well because it's also 16 gig. As I said, and even this Intel Arc A750, and you see there's the Radeon V4. The problem is all these cards they list here. First of all, they have much less memory than this guy here. So as you can see, it's going to come with 32 gigabytes of VRAM. None of these cards will come close to that, right? I believe the highest one here will probably be like this Arc A70, which it comes with 16 gigs. So that's half. Okay. Now, if we look at the relative performance, so you can say, oh, this one is an older card, it's slower. Fair enough. But really, and the price as well. I'd rather get this one because it's from a server, and it's what do you call it? So I don't know if it was abused, but the point is that for my particular workflow, it's going to be perfect. Absolutely, just one card. I don't need to mark around with different cards. And I said I'm going to be using Linux, so it'll be perfect. Now, I'm not going to bother even looking for this 950 GTX 950. It's probably way too down here. 980. Actually, you know what? Let's see if it actually shows up here. Well, it must be GTX 960. There we go, 950. So compared to the GPU I have right now, this one is if I do get this Instinct MI60, it's going to be 4 times according to the relative performance. But that's not really, that means nothing. It's actually going to just blow my mind, because remember, I'm also getting a brand new system. Yeah, it does not mean you can be used, but I'm saying is that everything from the CPU, the RAM, everything is just going to be, I don't want to say better, it's just going to be faster and more efficient. So is it because the system is also more efficient and faster, or is just the GPU? So I'm saying is that what I'm getting at is I'm not just going to get 4 times the performance, I'm going to get way more than that, and plus I'll be able to do things much faster. Now, for my particular use case, here's a perfect example. You guys have seen when I open up Blender, it's crashing now. When I open up Chromium, it's crashing. Even though Chromium, I went and I turned off the GPU hardware acceleration, it's still crashing. So things will be better if I do get this GPU. It's a significant upgrade to my current system. So we have all these things like a level 1 cache, level 2 cache, and for example, all this stuff, DirectX, OpenGL, OpenCL, Vulkan. So it even has Vulkan. So that's actually pretty good, because that's what I'm actually I switched that on in Blender today. And what else it has here? So the suggested PSU, that's the power unit, for 700 watts, and its TDP is 300 watts, and as you say, I'm going to get this guy, which is 720 watts, and the power connectors and everything there. So there we go. So see, was I right or what? See, I said they're using Windows. I said I'm going to be using Linux, so I don't need to worry. And I said I'm not going to be gaming on this. I'm just going to be doing Blender, some light Blender stuff and AI training, and that's that. Now, some people will say, well, why don't you just get a smaller card? Well, the reason is when you get an AI model, they are quantized, meaning that they're efficiently packed. So it will say 1.1 gig, 1B, etc., etc. For example, even on my system here, this 2 gig GTX 950, I was able to run 7B models, no problem. And then I tried to run like a 3B model, and it was crashing, right? So that's what I'm saying. There's some efficiencies there. So if you have oogles of VRAM, I won't have that problem. That's why I wanna do that now. Okay, so with that said, so all I need is just some advice on if this is a good or if you guys have any suggestions where I can improve. Now remember, I am in Canada, so we do pay you know, we get ripped off for everything. However, there are a few things which I can do to be smart about it. One is obviously I can buy more used parts. Another thing is, like I say, if I order something, say from the States, even though I have to pay duties, taxes and duties, it will still be cheaper especially if it's a bundle deal. So that's the thing. You know, some of you might not know this. There are actually some sites in the States, or should I say companies in the States, which are willing to ship here to Canada, even with the limited warranty. I'm willing to do that. The problem is, there are companies out there, I'm looking at HP for example, that they punish those companies if they ship to Canada, which is crazy. So that's why, for example, if you see in Canada, we have less models of a product than the States has. For example, if I can actually show you right now, I can go to, for example, Dell.com, the American site, and they'll have so many options. Then when I go to the Canadian site, it's like very sparse. So I thought, oh, it's because Canada has has a smaller population than the States. Yet when I go to other countries which has even a smaller population, for example, I can go to the Dell version of Australia, they have a lot of options. I don't know why it's that. And because sometimes they say, oh, of course Canada is not as rich as the US. I go to the Mexican, for example, the Mexican Dell version, and they also have lots of options. So I never understand that. It's not just, I'm not picking on Dell, I'm just HP. They're all like that. So it just drives me crazy because I want like a decent system. I'm willing to pay for it. Like this, okay, the Canadian Dell is not very good, but this is close to like, it's slightly less than 1,000 US. But I said, like, if I had 1,000, if I was in the States and I had $1,000 to spend, I would get a really good system, probably brand new as well. I wouldn't even bother anything used. Okay, so with that said, let's go and investigate the Ryzen 5. Why did I pick this one? Obviously the G, because as I said before, it has integrated graphics. So let's pick that one up. So the first place I'm going to go is I'm going to go to Newegg. I'm not sponsored by anybody here, by the way. So let's go to Newegg Canada here. So I'm going to see if I think the Ryzen is this Ryzen is, I think, 2 years old, if I'm correct. Let's see how much that cost. So that one is $179. Like I said before, here in Canada, we always get ripped off. So yeah, we always get ripped off. So as you can see here, wow, even $200. That is just insane. Okay, this one is 500. So I can't get this one because I said I do want the integrated graphics. So if I can't get it, I might just get the 5,000, sorry, and just use my GPU. I really don't want to do that. And look at that, that's crazy. So this, look at that. Oh, it's not even a combo deal. If it was like a combo deal with the motherboard, you could say, okay, that's fine. But yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, now, just to prove to you that I'm not insane, I'm gonna go to Newegg. I'm gonna go to the American one as well, just as an example to show you how much we get ripped off. And don't worry, I'll also do the conversion as well. So here we are on the American one. So I want to stay in the States. Okay, so let's click the search here. What is going on here? Yeesh. Okay, hit search. So it's pay attention to the price. Let's find one of the lowest price very quickly. So that's $100. So remember, the Canadian dollar is about 70 cents American. So $100. So in Canada, I should be paying how much? Do the math. I should be paying about $130, right? Right? Look at this. All I see is $100. I don't know if this one is that much, but all I see is 120. Okay, we can average out $87, 125. Now I think it's, yeah. So they're detecting I'm in Canada, so obviously these are from different places. But we can this $370. That's just madness. Okay, basically, so it's about $100. So let's do the CD to USD. Oops. USD to CAD. Okay, here we go. So look at that, 138. So if it was $100, I should be paying about 140 Canadian. As you can see, I said we get ripped off all the time, and that is before taxes. I'm not saying you Americans don't pay taxes. I'm just saying that, and then there's so think about it this way. It's actually worth it for me to actually buy it from the States and pay duties, and it'll still be cheaper. It's just insane. Okay, so this price is actually low because as I said, things I saw them earlier today. Like if I want to buy a used one, let's go to eBay. So ebay.ca, put it here as well. And I don't know why that came up. Look at that. What is the GT? I don't need the GT. I just want the G version. So processor. Ooh, and you see it's from the States. It's pre-owned. So should I get a used one? Looks like I'll save Ogos of is there a new one anywhere here? Oh, they're brand new. Come on, $200. That's from the States. Jeez. No, that's a is that a different one? That's 6. Yeah, that's a G. $200. So for example, this one comes with, so I would probably purchase this one. Yeah, I would probably purchase this one. I don't need, actually let me see if I can tweak this. Okay, it's an open box, but I like the amount of RAM. I have to check out the price. So I get the motherboard. Does it come with a cooler? If it comes with a cooler, then this might, yeah, you see it's $375 US. So this could be something that I can actually throw money at. I like that one. If okay, oh, it has SATA 3, so I'll still be able to use my my devices. The only thing I dislike about this is that the motherboard is really small. I'm not sure. Actually, let's take another look. Yeah, one thing I don't know why. No offense to you guys watching this. I don't know why you guys like small motherboards. I find them really a pain, even putting things on them. I guess if you only have one thing like the CPU and one GPU, it's okay. But to me, it's like it's really a pain. Oh, I know why. Because you guys are going to use like NVMe like drives, I guess. So you don't need something large. But I have the space. I prefer something large, just because I can expand easily. This one just so limiting. However, this I don't think I would get this one because most likely, really, it says B40 with 4G decoding support. How in the world? Would that card really fit here? Really? Okay. I don't even see the sockets. Am I crazy? Or is it am I crazy? Help me out here. Am I crazy, or like where the PCI is that them there? No, that's a memory. Oh, that's them there. Okay, yeah. So this is what I was trying to say. So how was it crazy? So the thing is, how do you guys live with this? This is like, oh, that's another socket. Okay, maybe I was wrong because there's one socket here, and the door. That looks like it's one. So there's only three. Yeah, there's only place for three things. That is just crazy. Yeah, I prefer larger boards. I know they're passe, but I really prefer larger boards so I can put extra stuff in there instead of having to then have external stuff. I'm not a fan of that one, so maybe I'll let that one go. But that's good. Let me actually go and search for this motherboard. Let's go back to eBay here. I'll just stick to Canadian prices because I'm not going to the US anytime soon. Okay, I'll say motherboard. Okay. What size? Micro. Oh, those are micro sizes? Oh, then that's the M. Do they even make larger motherboards anymore, or are they gonna like? Okay, so what's the price we put it at? 120. This is new. Oh, this is all open box. Let me go to Newegg. Again, I'm not sponsored here. This is US. Let's find out how much the motherboard costs brand new. Yeah. Yeah, I think I have to get a bundle deal, or maybe something already redone. What is wrong with this one? Shipping from Canada. What's the difference with M? I guess they add the extra stuff. This one comes with Wi-Fi as well. Okay, it looks like small. So just a little bit bigger. Let's see what this one is. Okay, is that 3 slots or 4 slots? Well, okay, here's the thing. Remember, this one is dual slots, so 2 slots are going to be taken, and then I have to squeeze. That's it. That is really yeah, that's really really. Oh man, that is so tight. I didn't even realize that. Wow, and they're so close together. Wow, I must be getting old. I didn't realize that. How do you guys put up with that stuff? Wow, look how they're like. Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm wondering if they do that on purpose so it's easy to damage. You have to buy another car. You have to buy another motherboard. That is nuts. Okay, let me see what is a more expensive one. Okay, this one is 139. Is it any bigger? Wait, what's the dimensions of this? Man, it's like I need a magnifying glass. Okay, this one has the same. Is that an extra slot or is just a, oh no, I think I'm in the wrong area. Okay, there we go. Wow. Wow. Let me guess. If I want a larger one, I probably have to pay through the nose, right? No, that's still small as well. Wow. Okay, looks like that's the new style, to make them all tiny like that. Okay, let's pick the Unify one. What is the difference there? It's still small. Wow, I can't believe they're so tiny like that. Oh, okay, I get it. So if you get the GPU, I guess the GPU has to face that way. If you have two GPUs, one will have to face that way, the other one have to. No, wait, that doesn't make any sense. They only face one way. How? Yeah. So this is what I dislike. Yeah. So this is okay. This is why I'm complaining. If I get a GPU, even something like mine, the 950, if I put it here, it's gonna need more. So it's gonna, even though it takes one slot, it's actually gonna take like really two slots. So the fact that this one I want to buy takes two slots, most likely going to take three slots. So yeah, this is just bad. Anywho, what do you guys do when you have like multiple GPUs? Do you really fit them on this small motherboard? No, that's a serious question. Do you guys really fit like multiple GPUs on this small motherboard? Wow. that is crazy. All right. Okay. So let's find out how much RAM costs. So DDR4 RAM. Let's see how much that costs. So here it says $55. This is 32 gig. I probably would buy this, honestly. 8 gig. My math is this cheaper? No, I think this is actually the best price here. Get how many are there? Oh, they're 2x16. So this actually then, if I get that motherboard, I think there was 4 slots, so then you'll be able to upgrade later on. Yeah, so this is probably a good deal here. So I'll pay a little bit extra to get that one. Oh, even this, $40. Okay. Is it one stick? Okay. If it's one stick, then this might actually be a better deal. I don't care about the memory speed. Okay, so there we go. So this price is actually more reasonable. Actually, you know what? I might, even with the shipping, I might actually throw up on this dual channel. Is that two? Yeah, 2 sticks. I might actually pick that one up. Actually, let me go check the US. DDR4. Yeah, DDR4. Let's see how much they cost there. 16, 64. Is that 32 gig? $63. You see, they have way more options. As I said, that's the other thing is, so let's say $65. Where's our USD? 65. See, right? I guess the Canadians always pay more for some reason. The reason is also because we don't have as much options. All right. So power supply. This one, to be honest with you, I really don't know. I don't know any names. If you guys can make any suggestions, I'll really appreciate that. The other stuff I do know. I know quite a bit because I used to put my own systems together. This workstation I have right now, I had them put it together in the when I bought it in the shop, because the case they wanted to give me was really not very good. So I let them put everything together, and they turned out they actually had to give me a different case. So that's why I did that as well. Obviously later on I did buy my own case because that crappy case they had, I couldn't fit my other DVD RW drives. So okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, power supply. So 70 watts. So let's also go to eBay and let's see how much RAM. Actually, let's open up a new one. Let's go check out how much RAM costs. So I'll say 16 TBDDR4. I'm looking for that stick. Ships from Australia, $32. Ah! Oh, that's for 8 gig. Yeah, that's what I'm pretty sure of. It's actually not bad. Oh, it's probably for the 8 gig as well from China. Have you guys bought memory from China before? Is it any good? From eBay? Let me know. This one is $50, pre-owned. Pre-owned? Oh, okay. I know it. I didn't check the speed here, so I might check that. Obviously, I don't need ECC memory. $39 is pre-owned. Not too sure here. I'll have to look, but I don't think buying it used is, yeah. So I'm saying used is not significantly cheaper than buying new. So I think I'll just buy new. I've always bought new. Okay. Where did I get lost? Oh, power supply. Okay, so let's check. Oh, I forgot. Let's actually start with eBay this time. So let's say 750 watt power supply gold. Is that it? So it told me to get, yeah, gold plus PSU gold plus. Okay. Budgeted for, they tell me $120. So these ones are all from Reliable. Oh, that's a brand name? Reliable? Okay, I'll try that. Reliable. How much was it? $120. So like this one? Is Reliable a brand? Oh, it is a brand. Okay, it is Reliable. Okay, I'll say 750 watts. Is Thermotake? Is that the one I have? I have this one. See focus. Open box. Can I get like an off-brand, or do I really need to get a brand name? You guys let me know as well. Should I get? Oh, I guess I really should. I shouldn't cheap out on that one because that's for the GPU. So yeah, I should not keep. Oh man, I don't see Reliable here. Actually, I might have to. Actually, let's go to. Oh, maybe it's a US thing. Most likely it's a US thing. What's wrong with their search? So 50 watts. So as you can see in the States, their power supplies, they're about $100. Except for the gold plus stuff. Gold plus. Oh, I guess that's a rating that I do know. So about $100. So according to this, even in the States, they're a little bit expensive. Okay, so let's go to the Canada one and see. So 750 watt. 150 watt. Okay, so sorry, I'm laughing. It says right here, ASRock. There's a brand I've heard of. They want like basically $200. This one by Sama, I've never heard of them. Of course, I haven't been looking for power supplies for since 2011. That's like 14 years ago, or even before that. I'll have to do a research on this one. Oh, there's even no reviews, so you know it's right. Another ASRock. Okay. That's weird. Nobody likes the Sama. They claim to be what is Japanese there? View details. I'm gonna look at those view details because they look like they'll be hilarious. You know what? Let me actually go look at those reviews. It's not reviews. 100% Japanese capacitors. I thought they were gonna say something like, "Oh, it's made in Japan." Yeah. So, blah. So this tells me that you don't really get the 750 watts, if you know what I'm talking about. But you know what? To be fair, I will off screen. I will go and I'll do the research on that one. So this seems fine. Let's look at a case. So mid-tower cases. Let's actually go mid-tower case. And the budget is, they told me to spend $80. Okay. This case I'll definitely purchase, except I don't want to spend that much on a case because I already have a perfectly good case right here. See, I don't need this stuff, this RGB. In fact, this one, how much? Dual chamber, blah 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 blah. Okay, a bit pricey there. I have to pay shipping. Yes, you see, I told you, like, even though they're in Canada, they still want me to pay $15 for shipping. You gotta be kidding me. Sheesh. At least Sama, it's free shipping from Canada, so that's fine. You know, actually buying used is not a bad idea. Let's actually see if we can get a used case here. So I'll just say mid tower PC case. There we go. That's right in the budget. 40 supports 40 graphic cards. What does that mean? It's not a lie, really. You can, okay, well, like, what type of graphic cards are those? Are those like paper thin ones? Seriously, come on, this is like a joke. Alright, what else do we have here? Dell PC mid-tower case, mid-tower, okay. Ooh, I'll jump on this one, but look at that. Like I told you, see, in Canada, there's always something strange about that. You know the funny thing about eBay Canada is there's one time I was looking for a product and I saw a price. The price should have been about $15 or so, and then there's one I saw, it was $1. So I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna jump on it. So I jump on it, and I didn't purchase it because the shipping was $50. Like, come on, seriously. Might as well, hey, it's free, just pay for shipping, right? It's the same thing. So I don't like any of these cases. Ooh, I do like this one. It's open box one. Is that a full case? Yeah, mid-tower. I do like that one. Unfortunately, it looks like it's gonna be flimsy plastic, but this might be the way to go. Okay, so that does fit the budget. That's fine. Next, let's go find this. Let's go find this out. I'm actually curious to see if any of this will be on somewhere else. So let's start with eBay Canada first. Let's do a search. What the? Oh, I should have been more specific. Should have said AMD Instinct. So, what the? What the? Okay, that doesn't make any difference. Okay, so I think maybe I'll do another search because that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I need dual 6-inch dual pin. Wait a minute, I think I do have this on my. Is that what it looks like? I think I already have this. I think it came with one of my older GPUs, so I think I already have these. I'll check. I might actually already have this. I didn't even. Yeah, I think I already have this. And this. Oh, look at this. So it's $10, and the shipping is like it's almost double for the shipping. So this price for $40 is about right because I'll have to pay duties as well. I can probably buy one each from 8 pin. Yeah, okay. So I can buy this from eBay here. Let me actually go to see if Newegg. Let me see if Newegg has them. This is Newegg US. So this is a 5-pack. I think I already have this. So free shipping from China. Of course, I could also go to maybe Temu or what's the other one? AliExpress. Probably get those there as well, with questionable quality there, of course. All right, now the part everybody's been. The reason you guys are all here. Let's find out. Let's find the price of. We start in the States first. This search is really annoying. Okay, so I'm sorry. This is too funny. I clearly seriously. AMD Instinct MI60, and this is what came up. Oh, it says no products. Okay, my fault. I didn't read that part. Okay, we're done with the States. Let's go to Canada here. Let's see what hilarious thing is going to come up as well. Yeah, same thing. Alright, Newegg is out. Let's actually check. I guess there's only one place to go, eBay. I might try actually Amazon as well. I think Amazon might have it. Alright, so this is what I was trying to say. The price was actually cheaper earlier today. No, yeah, I did this early in the morning. They're actually cheaper. So this seems to be accurate because even though this one seems to be very, very cheap, you see the shipping is going to be an extra $100. So, and then there's going to be duties on top of that. So this price is actually very accurate. This person has a fan and heatsink. So remember, not only so when you buy this, it just comes by itself. Then I'll need to also buy some type of heatsink, like the way this person has it. So that photo, if you guys, that's basically this. That's the same thing here. Now, do I have a problem with this? This is actually not. Oh, okay. Now everything makes sense. I just had an what do you call it? Light bulb just went off in my head. So when you get one of those motherboards, which I was complaining about, that's what I was saying. Like, where would the fan or heatsink go? So because you can't put it there because everything is so tightly packed, it has to go somewhere else. So they put it right on the outside. Okay, now things start to make sense. Got it. But the CPU still has to be inside, so you can't have a fan or cooling system outside. That's why the cooling system for CPU just get more ridiculous looking. Okay, all right. So yeah, so that's gonna be really pricey. Oh, there's another option. I can get this type of fan and just the shroud. Oh, I think that's another one here. yeah, this type of blower. Where's the shroud? I thought I had the shroud first. Okay. Or did I not get the photo for it? Am I crazy? I thought I had the shroud for it. Okay. Oh, I think this. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, it's the GPU cooling fan. This is actually from the. I think this is actually from the server style. So that looks pretty good. And you can also get the dual sync. Let me actually take a look at this one here. Is that just the same thing? Oh, they put it on some type of block. Yeah, then how will I be able to, yeah, so I won't, so basically what I'm trying to say is that I can have this, like even like a liquid cooling, where there's no space for it. So that's what I was saying. That's why I don't want. Now you guys understand why I said, like, I don't understand why people settle for those small motherboards, because you can't fit stuff inside them. That's why I've never liked them. I always liked the. They don't have to be full size motherboards. I don't even think they sell those anymore. But at least the mini, the micro, I've never been a fan. I've never had one, but it looks like I'll be forced to get one. Okay. Of course. Now, if you guys remember, I'm getting the 32 gig version. There's also obviously the 16 gig version. Now, I would not get the 16-bit. I would not get the 16-bit version. Sorry, 16 gigabyte version. I would just get this. I would get the 32-bit. The 16 is not worth it, because I would rather just get a 16, even an older 16 gig consumer grade GPU. Yeah, even though it has fast memory and all that, I'll still get the. I'll definitely get a consumer grade. So what I'm gonna do is, there's another option. Of course, let's go back to the stats here. So there's another option. So the reason why this came up, I apologize for not explaining how I came up with changing this GPU. So I'll tell you what happened. So earlier today, I was actually on eBay. I was ready to make my purchase. So what I did is I typed in, I think I typed in RTX 3060. That's what I typed in, I believe. Yeah, 12 gig. I made sure I typed in 12 gig. So that's what I typed in. And then a system came up that caught my eye. I don't know where. Okay. Hope it might be sold, but okay, it's not coming up here. Oh, maybe it. Okay. Oh, I think I used a different browser, so it's probably tracking me. Okay, so let's say PC. I'll add PC there. So what happened was, I think it was. I think I might have typed AMD as well when I was looking for. Oh no, that's not how I found it. I think I'll just type AMD. Oh yeah, it was something similar to that. AMD, what is it? AMD PC? Am I in Canada? Yeah. I don't know, it's not showing up here. Maybe it got sold. So what happened was, somebody had a, it was actually a pretty, there was two prices. One was, I can't quite remember what the price was. One was offering an Intel, and another one was offering a AMD, but the AMD I think was 3000 series, and the Intel was I think a 9 or 10, so 10th generation. So but when I saw that, I was like, hey, perfect, I can I can buy that instead. So I was surprised. So I was going to purchase it. Then I realized, hey, wait a minute. Instead of purchasing that, maybe this was the Intel one. I can't remember. Yeah. It was something like this. It might have been this one or this one. So when I saw that, I was like, I can get that for that price. And I was like, hey, what if I tweak it to get a different like a CPU. And then when I was doing that, I was thinking, what's the price of the an AMD card? So I tried that. Then this Instinct came up, so I was like, hey, I can actually buy newish or brand new stuff, and the only used one would be the GPU. So that's how I decided to. I said this Instinct MI60. So oh, I have so many stuff open here. Can I go back? Yes, yes I can. Okay, so we looked at that. There's some other stuff we didn't look at. I want to show you. Oh yeah, PC part speaker. This is the Canadian one. So okay, as you can see, this is my budget, my estimated budget. So let's actually put together a system here. So I'll pick a CPU. Obviously, what's the price range here? About 165. Yeah. Okay, so this one is $100. Do they have the G? What is it? 5? Okay. Doesn't have the G version. Okay, so there's this one, the 3600. Okay, so I'll pick this one. Add. Okay. Oh, it includes the cooler. Okay, that's actually pretty nice. All right. What else? EC support? No, I don't really care about that. So this Amazon is actually the cheapest right now. Man, prices just keep on going up here. Okay, so we picked that one. How do I go back? Oh, I didn't pick the CPU. Oops. Okay, that's my bad. Okay. Oh, I have to click add. Sorry. I'm new to this. Okay, I'll click add. Okay, there we go. It already comes with a cooler, so I'm not going to pick a cooler there. So motherboard, let's pick a motherboard. So I do, what's the budget for my, so this one looks like it's this one with Wi-Fi. Looks like I have to spend about $120. I don't know what the difference is. Okay, I'll just pick the first one. No. Okay, I'll pick this one. Hopefully it does come with Wi-Fi. See, I do have a Wi-Fi card, but if the space is being used by the if it's basically using the GPUs and stuff. So actually, let's see if I can figure out. Does it come with Wi-Fi? Does it have any specs? If you guys know, let me know. Dedicated. Okay, let's see if this one comes with Wi-Fi. I'll just do a search. Is there Wi-Fi with? Does not come with built-in Wi-Fi. Okay, I'll pay the little extra for the Wi-Fi one. This one here. Right. I'll search the others. This is just something quickly. Memory. We want about 16 gigs of RAM. So looking at spending $55 or 2x8. 32. Nope. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this one here. Okay. Oh, Team Group is still around. Okay, that's awesome. Yes, I'll take this one for now. As I said, you remember, if I do search myself, I can get it cheaper, especially with those discounts right now. Okay, additional memory. I'll purchase that later. I don't need storage. I don't need a video card. Actually, you know what? Just for giggles, what's the price right now? $300. That is actually not bad. I'll pick a video card later. So case, yes, I need a case. What's the case? Mid tower. Is that what? Yeah, mid tower. So, what happened here? Is this a mid tower? Yeah, this is a mid tower. So I'll pick this one as well. Okay, what else do we need? We need a power supply. We need 750 watts. Modular, oh, it's 80 plus. 80 plus. Why doesn't it tell me how much? Oh, 7. I was, duh, I wasn't looking here. So it should be 120. I'm gonna guess I won't find anything for 120 on this sponsored site, so I think I'll just pick the first one. This Corsair is how much? 6. I can get a used one, but you know, that first one is fine, so I'll just pick that one. Okay, what else? Operating system, I'm going to use Linux, so that's no problem. I don't need anything else here. Already have a, yeah, so I don't need anything here. How much is that now? That's $500. And then, and that's before tax, but that's fine. So it's $500-ish. I said, like, if I buy them separately, or if I can look for a bundle deal and see if I can get them a better deal than that. And of course, I can get a, what else is here? What do I need? Oh yeah, just for giggles. So basically, let's say $500 for the system before taxes, which is okay. All right, now what else we're gonna do is we're going to pick a video card. So if I was to pick this 3060, you see it's $400. Now somebody will say, hey, that's cheaper than this card you want. Remember, this only comes with 12 gigs of VRAM. This comes with 32 gigs of VRAM. So night and day difference. And as you can see here, this is the cheapest one. I don't think there will be anything cheaper than that. That's why I wanted to go the used route. This one is 12 gigs as well. This is also RTX. Yeah, so that's basically it. I think that's overpriced for that. That's why I don't want to spend that much money, because here's why. Black Friday is coming up soon, so all these cards will slightly drop, and there might be great deals for the new cards or slightly odd cards. That isn't the biggest problem. My problem is that because the prices of GPUs have been super inflated for a while because of crypto mining and then now AI stuff. The problem is, I looked at some cards. Some are 10 years old. They're selling for more money now than when they were new. I'm not talking about the manufacturer's suggested retail price. I'm saying when you could actually buy them, they are selling for more now. So it's insane. It's insane. So I'm not going to play that game. And I said, like, I will get something like this. Yes, I have to get a special cooler and all this stuff, pay a little bit of money. But the thing is, it will do what I want. And this will last me a good 3-4 years. All right. And I said I'm not even going to put it to task, but I could if I wanted to. So I have decided. So okay, let's pick this GPU. Let's add it and let's look at our total. So you see, it will come out to this price, and obviously I'll have to pay taxes. So remember, I'll have to pay 13% taxes. Now, assuming all this stuff is shipped for free, fair enough. So with taxes, it's going to come out to pretty much this price as well. Now, before some of you say, hey, wait a minute, you have to pay taxes on this as well. Not quite, not so much. If I buy everything from Canada from a retail store, yes, I will need to pay taxes. But those prices you saw, for example, on eBay, they're final prices. There will be no taxes on them. But if I buy everything from Canada from a retail, yes, you're right, I will need to pay taxes. But as I said before, if we compare 32 gigs to 12 gigs, right? And I said, like, it's going to be running on Linux, so I don't need to. I'm just not going to be gaming. It's perfectly fine. And it was from a server, and I'm gonna use it like semi-server like anyway, so I'm happy with this. So to answer the question, is the I can conclude for you guys now, is the AMD Instinct MI60 used, of course, worth it? It depends. If it's a 16 gig, unless you get it for a really good price, I'm talking like less than $100, then no, it's not worth it. But the 32 gig is worth it. Now, because it doesn't come with a cooling system, it doesn't come with you can't connect your display right to it. You're going to need obviously some adapters for the power, and you need a cooling system, so the cost is going to be a little bit more. That's perfectly fine, but I said for my use case, it's worth it. Okay, let's finish this up. I do have some additional learning resources. Oh, I didn't show you guys my system. Sorry about that. Before we finish up here, so I'll show you my current system. I will let's go to settings. We go to, I think I should be able to, yeah, there we go. So we go to about the hardware. You can check it out. So I'm running Fedora Linux 42 workstation, and that means the GNOME desktop. You see this is my current motherboard, P8Z68V Intel iCore 2600. That's the Sandy Bridge. So it's 4 cores, 8 threads, 16 gigs of DDR3, and this hard disk capacity, that's not quite true. It's basically 1 terabyte of Western Digital mechanical disk, and then I have 3 SSDs. So they are I remember I said the enterprise SSDs. One is 380. Yeah, actually, I'll open up disk, so I can't quite remember. Yeah, here we go. Here they are. So I have the Intrepid, the OCZ. Remember that company? They were bought by Toshiba. So yeah, 3800. That's a 400 gig. It's actually 380. That's how it was sold. This is the Western Digital. It's 1 terabyte. I have 240. What do you call it? Saber. And that is I do have another one. Oh, I think, yeah, I do have another one. That one, it's an encrypted drive, so it's turned off, but that one should show up. Maybe that's ruined. I don't know. I don't know why that's not showing up. That should show up here as well. And you can see I do have 2 DVD drives. So I rarely use this. This I only use as backup for when USB sticks don't do a good job. But I would prefer to go to USB sticks. I was gonna get rid of these 2 a while back, but what happened was I bought 2 USB sticks. I can't remember. I think 128 gigabytes, and I did a test backup. Everything was fine. When I went to check it out, like a few days later, everything had been wiped out and didn't work. So I panicked and I said, you know what, I'm going to go back to using DVDs. But I really want to get away from this and just use that, so it's fine. All right. So that's how it comes to 1.6 terabit. I said it's not really, so it's basically 400 for the Intrepid and 240 for the Saber 1000. Pretty old, eh? And here we go again. See Aztec, I think they're still around. 16 gigs of RAM. Intel, the NVIDIA GTX 950. This only has 2 gigs. And as you can see, I'm using Wayland, of course, GNOME, and 64-bit. And if you want to know my kernel, 16.6.115. So I don't mind running the latest, greatest stuff. Alright, so that's my system. And I do use, as I said, I do Blender. You guys have seen my videos. I do Blender and some Blender stuff, Blender Python tutorials, and I also do some AI training. You guys have seen that. Now I've run into limits. and I really need to upgrade my system. I bought this system brand new in 2011, so that's over 14 years ago. So it's time to upgrade. The only upgrades I did was it came with 8 gigs of RAM. I did upgrade this, and it came with a mechanical disk, which I long replaced with the Western Digital and the SSDs later. And obviously my monitors, the monitors, those have also been replaced as well. Yeah, so that's it. So obviously I'm going to keep those, and yeah, so that's it. I was going to use my current case, but I found out that the newer, I'll show you this, another nuisance. I do have a cable here. I found out that I'm getting old. I found out that new computers come with this USB-C. The mini, is that mini? The mini, if you can see that, they come with a mini one. So, which is fine for charging stuff like the phone, but if you buy things like, for example, the what do you call this? The microphone. They still use this USB-A type of or the full size connection. So I did buy some adapters, so I'll be okay. As you can see here, I did buy an adapter. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, there we go. See, I bought an adapter. I bought a pack. Actually, from Amazon, they were cheapest, so I bought, I think, a 4 or 5 pack. So I'll be fine with my other peripherals until they die, and then I can replace them as well. So there you go. My monitor, this one where I'm doing the screen recording, that one is a 1080p. It's a Bene. And live here. I'll show you. I'll go back to settings. I'll show you my entire. Where are you? Oh, settings. We're in settings. Duh. We go to, I think, where is the displays? Here we go. So you see, I have a Bene Corporation 22-inch. That's 1080 by 1920 by 1080, and I have a 4K LG Electronics. As you can see here, it's that one as well. Now, the weird thing about the reason I started using GPUs is because in 2013, a company called Seiki, they came up with a cheap 4K TV. I think it was $199 US. So I jumped on it. I actually ordered it from Newegg. I had to pay some duties and taxes. So total cost me about $400 Canadian to get it shipped to the condo when I was in Toronto. So that was a pretty good deal. The problem was I was just using the integrated graphics, so it couldn't handle 4K. So what I had to do, was it? There was something weird about it. Yeah, I think it either couldn't handle 4K or it didn't have HDMI. There was something weird about it. Anyway, so I bought an R4 240, I think, the AMD card for the 4K TV. So I had the 4K TV and started acting up during the lockdown. But in 2016, 3 years after I bought that AMD card, 2016 on Newegg, they had a sale on this on that NVIDIA 950. So I jumped. It was $200 all in, shipped right to me after rebate and all that. So I jumped on it, and that's what I've been using since. But as you can see now, it's really it's dated. It's dated. It doesn't really do much except for it's basically like a night integrated graphics. Okay, so with that said, I think my budget is set. I think what I'm gonna do is probably tomorrow, after I come in from building, I'm going to probably purchase I've made up my mind with this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for maybe a used system without a GPU, just integrated one. That will be cheaper, because as we did the little price thing, it's gonna be, was it 5? Oops, let's remove, where is that GPU? Where is that GPU? Oh, here, is this the one? Yeah, the card. Remove that. So I can probably get a system similar to this used for cheaper than that. So I'll probably go and I'll go look for it, or I'll look for this part. But I'm going to, because I'd rather spend the rest of the money on the GPU, and I'll show you guys when I do the build. So that'll be fun. Okay, with that said, thanks. You guys are still watching what I'm doing here. I thought I'd made up my mind, but as I said, I need to make not a decision. I need to make the purchase as soon as possible. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to yeah. So this one is, as they say, set in stone. So this is what's going to be. I'm going to look for a bigger motherboard. I probably have to pay a little bit more money. Yeah. I also remember why I dislike small motherboards, because I used to, and cases, you cut your fingers. You know, I think I discovered gloves which you can use for, they look like surgical gloves. So I used to cut myself all the time with these cases, because they're so small, and the motherboards, oh my goodness, that's why I completely dislike them. Actually, the word hate is not strong enough. Okay, and then obviously on the DDR4 RAM, I think I'll jump on that deal, and I'm going to, obviously I'll start ordering these parts. I'll probably order them separately, but I'll look for a used system. If I can't find one, I'll then jump on the what do you call it? I'll just buy them separately. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, I forgot the closing part. I do have learning resources. So if you want to, as I said, I do Python tutorials, I do Blender Python tutorials for scripting, I do AI training, I do PHP, all programming stuff, and HTML5 as well. In this case, it's because this has to do with Blender and AI. Obviously, you need Python for that. It's the easiest program to use for. You can use other programming language like Rust or C or C++. Why would you want to? It's better to use a scripting type program. That's why Python is popular for it. So if you want to learn more for Python, I do have a Python learning Python book. It's available on Amazon. You search for Edo Jumbo. The link is also in the description. I have the Mastering Blender Python API book. It's also available on Amazon. You search for Edo Jumbo. The link is also in the description. So this it's not just for scripting models. I also do as you guys know, I do all my video editing in Blender. So you can also script that. I've done some of those, and what else? I'm trying to get into the grease pencil, but I've done everything in just using Python. And I also have the Learning Python course available on jamboshop.com. The link is also in the description. It's an online course. You guys, there's a lot of videos on my channel about that as well. I did a lot of that last year. And then if you need personalized tutoring and AI support, I offer one-on-one online Python tutorials, including Blender scripting and AI related support, such as installation, training, or migration of AI models. Feel free to reach out through my contact page or jambo.com/contact. The link is also in the description. If you're interested in leveraging the power of GPUs like the AMD Instinct MI60 in Blender and AI workflows, having the right hardware setup and knowledge can make all the difference. Stay curious and keep learning. So if I do purchase any of these parts, which most likely I will, I'll show you guys how I put them together as well. So I might not be able to have time to actually show you the unboxing and stuff, because I said my current system is literally on its dying legs. So I do have a laptop which I can use. It's actually newer than this system. So I mean, what I'm saying is that for my workflow, I just like using a desktop, honestly. Okay, with that said, there was nobody posted anything in the chat today, which is perfectly fine. So I'm going to stop this, and I hope you guys will join me tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Let's see, I'm going to show you how you can build a Markdown editor with Daisy UI and JavaScript. So that's going to be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, with that said, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you. Hope you can join me tomorrow, or probably in 2 or 3 days when I'll tell you if I've ordered this system or I've changed my mind. I doubt I've changed my mind. Okay guys, good night, and thanks for joining me for the chat.